push the button. Computer age is down. Everyone must have a machine. They say it's gonna make life easier. Boom! Good morning, love sales, hate selling, watchers, followers, members, people tuning in today to see the main man himself, JJD Photography, Jason Daley. Yeah, man, he's got his hair out for us, people. Woo! Jason, your hair's looking slick today, bro.
Yeah, it is, man.
What? You had it cut as well, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Have you put some hair oil in?
No, I combed it.
Mate,
and then I put the hat on it. It irons it out.
Mate, you look smoother than a mint cod piece, man. Oh, Lord. Well, thanks for joining me today, Jason. I've known you for, good grief, I lose track of how many years I've known you now. It must be about 3 years, isn't it? Yeah,
it's about, I think it was about 2018 or something like that.
Yeah. Met you at Coffee and Natter in Warsaw, and we kind of hooked up, had a chat. Yeah, and then we've been inseparable ever since. So thanks for joining me today. And I'm really looking forward to digging deep into your business and what you do. So hey, let's get started because I know you're busy. So Jason, even though I've told everybody what you do in the blurb and everything else, please tell the people watching what you do for a business.
I'm a portrait photographer and I do like fashion, and I do all sorts of little things as well.
Fashion? Yeah. You told me about that before. Is that like, can you give fashion tips and stuff, or?
No. So I always loved looking in magazines in the different high fashion, all sorts of things. And I always had I was very inspired by that. I had a passion, but I found that I wasn't ready for it because I didn't know how to pose people. I didn't know how to like do it up. So it was always in my mind when I was younger, growing up. And
Oh, fantastic. So literally, if you're doing a portrait photo now, you're able to kind of tell them to like move and smile and poise and
or I may not say nothing, and I just see the angle that I want it and take the photo.
Right, so you move and make them stay in one place.
And then they're looking at me weird and saying, how come this guy hasn't told me what to do? He's kind of funny.
Oh, fantastic, man, fantastic. So what inspired you to get into photography then?
Okay, so basically it was my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was all about church.
Right.
Church, everything. I saw my dad, because my dad was a photographer for the church.
Right.
He was a part-time photographer.
Yeah.
And he used to take pictures for the church. I used to watch him. He used to go up to the front, take the photos, and I was just there. And then I always saw another cameraman. I was like looking. And I was always looking. I was like, how you do this, how you do that. And I was just always, doing that in church. And also what inspired me also was my drawing.
Okay.
Yeah, I love to draw faces, portraits.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, are any of your drawings online? Have you got anything online that you've drawn?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Because they're all in the loft, and it's like
get them out the loft, man. Take a picture and put them online. No, but seriously, the thing is that kind of creativity kind of enhances you. It kind of adds more corners to Jason Daley. It's like he's not just a photographer or videographer. He's also artistic. He can draw. Put it on there, man. Show people that talent. I keep telling you for years, always be showing people those talents. So obviously, Dad inspired you. Was it a little bit of the fact that Dad was at the front of a church and like everyone was kind of watching him and saying, "Yeah, man, that guy's got all the power." Everyone's watching.
I was just watching him when he's taking the photos, and I was looking at the count when he's taking the photo, and I used to steal his equipment and repel it and all that, and I used to like break it up.
Break it
because I didn't know any better when I was younger.
So your dad was vexed with you after every Sunday. Your dad was vexed with you. Yes, son. Yes, son. I will cut up this something them.
But the thing is, my dad bought me this camera when I was 10 years old.
No way.
Yeah,
that's your first camera.
That's my first camera. It's a wind up 35 film. You can see it's like a wind up thing.
Wow, man, that's like keep that, man. That's an antique.
Yeah.
So years to come.
I always had this when I went to church. With my red bag on me, and I used to take little photos all day. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just taking photos.
Yeah.
And I saw them like, oh, look, rubbish. But at the time, I was practicing.
Of course.
Doing what I needed to do.
Yeah. And did your dad develop his own photos as well?
Yes, he did.
Wow. So you had a negative room.
Okay, so basically what happened when I went to school, he had the dark room in my little room. I'm not in the little room now, I'm in the big room now. So basically he had when I came out, I was just, what's that smell like? Always is doing in the dark room again, is developing the photos and things like that. Yeah, but also he did film. He had the wind on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so he was
yeah.
And was that his complete background? I mean, what was his day job? I mean,
he was a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a male nurse, mental illness.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So he'd taken his hobby, put it towards something he loved, which is obviously the church, as well as doing his full-time job. That's phenomenal, mate. And it's really kind of in the old days, right? Because I don't know if you know, but a lot of surnames come from the job your father did when you were younger. Yeah. So someone called Smith, the likelihood is that your father was a blacksmith. That's as it sounds. So you would have been called Jason Photo. Or Jason Photo Son.
Okay. Interesting.
That's your new name, man. Jason Photo Son. Jason Photo Son. So Jason, fantastic. I'm assuming that you've had challenges though. Tell us about some of the challenges that you've had to overcome.
Challenges. So I'm gonna tell you what I did when I was at college. I did art and design for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I had challenges.
Yeah.
And I used to show the teacher, is this good enough? No, do it again. No, like I was vexed with my teacher and I didn't know why she did that. And then when I started taking photos, then I understand, oh, I get it now. So she was like propping me like, if this doesn't look good, do it again. Keep doing it.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Keep
doing it. Yeah.
But did she explain the reasons why she was doing that, or she's just saying go and do it, and you were like,
no.
You were sucking teeth, thinking this teacher don't like me, but she was doing it for your own good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Same thing that our parents do to us, isn't it? Really.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But they never explain why you got to do, tidy your room again. It's like. But
the thing is, my dad, I was at a wedding and I had my camera.
Yeah.
And this was a challenge. It says, Jason, you need to go up the front and take the photos if you want to be a photographer. And I said, no, I'm not doing it. But if you're going to be a photographer, go up the front. And I said, no way. So basically, I was like praying and understanding what I need to do. I went to the front. I was nervous, and I told my dad, because my dad was like to inspire me and things like that.
Yeah.
And he says, "Don't forget about the people. Just do what you got to do. Just take the photo."
Yeah.
And what I found out, church was my training ground.
Right.
Yeah. And I went up the front many times. Jason's doing on the front.
How did he feel? Because I mean, I know you personally, and obviously I know that confidence was a thing which really kind of held you back. But how did that make you feel, like standing in front of all them church people, all eyes around? Because you're not church people, like, oh, what I do up there? What am I do? why am I all? What's that thing in his hand? I mean, how did you feel? I mean, how did you kind of...
I felt very nervous when I was up there. I was very shaky and and it wasn't nice, but I had to get used to it.
Yeah.
And I had to do it many times. There was baptisms, there was all sorts of things going on. And what happened? The young people saw that I take photos. Jason, can you take my photo? Can we do a photo shoot? Every Sabbath, because I go to church on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a Sabbath day. I take photos. Jason, can you take my photo? When are you gonna send it to me? And then someone said, years went by, Jason, you should do this as a professional. And I said, no, I don't know how to get in, and I don't know what to do about it.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Man, that's fantastic. Obviously, just like listening to that story of, you know, watching Dad and then Dad almost kind of kicking you at the bottom and saying, go on and do it. Stop crying. What are you crying for? Go on. Oh, that's brilliant, mate. Tell us one thing about you that not many people know about. Okay. I'll put you on the spot now, lad. God, sorry.
Yeah, I can tell you a few things.
Okay.
I had learning difficulties.
Okay.
When I was growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a special school. I was in my school and they teach me to make the bench, make bird table, also photography.
Right, at school?
It was especially for these people who were not on the level. So I was in a lower group.
Right.
Yeah.
So they focused on your vocational skills rather than the academic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was in it all that time.
Yeah.
And because I had learning difficulties and I had dyslexia, and then I had an illness on top of all of that. And I didn't understand it for myself. I didn't understand if I could achieve things like this, or go up to people, or face them. And it's still I'm still suffering with it now. Yeah, but it's getting better.
I think, I mean, as I say, I've known you a fair few years now, and I'll say you've come on leaps and bounds, man. Absolute leaps and bounds. No, seriously, you really have. From the guy that I met 3-4 years ago, different guy, man. And you know, obviously, I'm gonna focus on the dyslexia, because a lot of people with dyslexia, when they're young, would have this assumption that, well, that's it for me. And the reality is, there's so many self-made millionaires, business people who had dyslexia, and I think because society at that time would have just put a label on and said, "Oh, we'll write them off because they can't do their maths and English." It's like, well, there's so much more to a person than just maths and English. And I've got to say, it's really positive that your school focused on giving you vocational skills and retain your interests in a vocational way, rather than just saying, "Oh, well, you can't do maths in English, let's just forget about him." So, you know, I don't know what your school was like, but I'd definitely say kudos to them for at least not leaving you behind.
They did say that I couldn't achieve English and other stuff like that.
Actually said that to you?
Yeah, they said that I couldn't complete my GCSEs.
What?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't even let you sit them?
Yeah, I did sit them.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I sit my art.
Yeah.
I passed my art.
Come on, brother.
But I could have done better.
Yeah. Hey, mate, you could have all done better. I mean, I got decent grades, but I revised the night before my exams. But if I'd have taken the time to do it for like a month before my exams, hey, who knows? I could have got straight A's. But the thing is, and I'll say this to anybody who's watching, your grades at school do not determine your life.
No, it doesn't.
They do not determine your life. I know plenty of people with degrees who are doing nothing.
I know.
I know plenty of people without degrees who are doing very, very well. So, you know, yes, you've got to have that formative education and almost like a, you know, the boundary like system. But I think, you know, you've proved time and time and again You know, maybe long term, I can move forward. And various black. Do you do anything? Do you do any kind of mentoring or support work with any of its dyslexic charities, or you know, to kind of almost be a mentor for maybe young people who have got dyslexia and maybe feel like they're being left behind?
I didn't do anything as such. The job centre supported me.
Yeah.
They gave 2 teachers came in and they did something, but they never actually give me like a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
And then, oh boy.
Sorry.
Then you know, when you was asking me about my challenges, about bad challenges, I had some bad challenges.
Oh,
yes.
Do you want to elaborate on those? Do you want to share? You haven't got to share them, but if you do want to share some.
No, it's all right. It's just that I'm not going to call no name.
please don't. Oh my God, scandal, guys. Hey, everyone's ears are gone.
Yeah, so basically, he helped me to get on board with self-employed. He got me the loans, he got me this. But there was something that the government gave me for my dyslexic, to help me to know sounds and all that. But there was this big thing, cost 2,500, and the man took it.
What?
The man I didn't know nothing about it. And the man, when the man came here for my dyslexic training on my computer, they said, Jason, there's one thing that you missed out. There's this. Where is it? What do you mean? So he researched what I meant to get. You meant to get 2,500 to go all the way to London, or they're going to come here to help with sounds and phonics and things like that. But the man took it.
Oh my gosh. And has he ever been kind of, did you report it?
I did report it, but they didn't do nothing about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. I mean,
and that would have helped me big time.
Yeah. And how long ago was that?
When I started, it was 2013. When I saw the man who helped me. He helped me great.
But you still took all the money though. Maybe in his own little mind he thought, well, that's what you owe me.
Yeah, probably.
What a naughty person, man. Listen, we got a couple more questions, but before we go to the questions, I just want to go and have a look at some of the comments. We have some comments coming in. Today I'm not on my phone because I'm halfway through watching a video, so I've had to pause it. So let me see if we've had any comments coming in. But hey, man, you're doing well, you know. Yeah, man, you're doing well, man. I think it's because you've done your hair. You're just smooth today. Clement J. Nijka. Clement Jr. Nijka. Hey, Jason, you're doing excellent, bro. Yes,
Thank
Clement,
you.
I agree with you there. Natasha has asked me where my hair has gone. Tasha had a haircut. I had to get a haircut before I come and sat down with Jason, man, because he's got bigger hair than me anyway. But today it's all
my hair's all the way up here.
It is as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Simone. Oh, she called me natural. What's that? Naturally bald. Oh, fantastic. Right. So let's go back to these questions. So if someone was looking to start a business right now, not necessarily a photography business, but any kind of business, what advice, what 3 tips would you give that person to, you know, to kind of get them on the right track to begin with?
Get to know the information first
about the industry.
Yeah, because I didn't understand anything, and when I went to network events, I didn't even know that you meant to go up and stand and talk about anything. I was actually sitting there watching everybody going up and say, "You doing your pitch?" No. I'm glad that I met you, Nigel. You know, because if I wouldn't have a clue what to say. You gave me all these things, what to say, and I was always watching people, and my heart was like pounding. No, I'm not going. But then I realized I do that. I do this at church. I go up the front. What am I afraid of?
Exactly. The worst that can happen is that you forget what you're saying, and all you say is, "I'm a photographer. I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Phone me."
But then I did start doing it.
Yeah.
I did it 3 times.
Yeah.
And they did see the shyness of me.
Yeah.
But I was reading from a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And if I memorize it or whatever, they will see a whole different person. Because
which I imagine that I mean, the thing, like I said, you've come on leaps and bounds. I imagine if you used to go to a network event now, it's like stand up, you probably like walk up to the front with a little bit of a, you know what I mean, a little bit of a bounce, like, my name Jason Daley, and boom, and then get started. So know your industry, do your research, practice your kind of elevator pitch, what you're going to say about yourself. Is there anything else that you kind of give to people who are looking to set up their own business?
To be passionate what you do, because sometimes we can do the job, but if you find it a struggle and you will give up, because there's no one there to help you, unless you go to these network events. When I started out, I didn't know anything, and I went when this guy put me in a gallery to show my work. I met this guy called Corin. He's a graphic designer, and he told me, have you got friends? Can you do a photo shoot? And I says, no, I don't have any friends to do any photo shoot. So I was like thinking, but he says, Jason, you need to get something like this to make you money. So I'm like, what do you mean? So I'm the one who researched it, and I found so many. I found photo walks, photo shoots, stranger project.
Yes, we'll get onto that in a minute, sir. We'll come back to that.
And there was a lot more, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, it was interesting. So you need to know your facts about the job, and also you can do so many things. Even doing videos, what we're doing now, like live interviews or YouTube. YouTube is a big thing. If you get your platform on that, it's like the next best thing. Because you're out there, you're doing what you're doing, you're doing what you love. You know, and you can tell them your ups and your downs.
I mean, it's fantastic, mate. Like I say, I mean, I met you not at the beginning of your journey, but when you were still kind of battling with, you know, God, I've got to speak to all these strange people, and I think it's inspirational because you've gone. You've walked the journey, you've overcome those feelings, and mate, it's natural to have those butterflies when you're going to do something. Between me and you, shh, don't tell nobody else. I get butterflies too, man. I get butterflies, but people wouldn't know that. Stranger project. Now, I love what you did with this. Just explain to the people watching what the Stranger Project was all about. Basically, what it meant to you. And what the overall theme was.
So basically, it was to help me with my shyness, and help me with my confidence, and it helped me to make friends.
Boom. And how? And what was it? What did it involve?
It involved me going up to people who I don't know.
Hold on, wait there. Just say that a little bit louder for the people watching. It involved you what?
I have to go up to people who I don't know. Strangers.
Okay. And what would you say to these people that you didn't know?
I would say, my name is Jason. How are you today? I'm actually doing a project. Can you do this? And I'm like, I go into a little story about me. I was very shy. I was low in confidence, things like that. And I said, oh, okay, I'll help you out. And some people will look at me. Who's this guy?
Yeah, a random guy was walking up to you saying, "Oh, how are you?" Yeah, I imagine you probably did get a few looks.
Yeah, I did. And there was when I was at a photography show, there was this guy. I went and talked to his girlfriend. I didn't even know that it was his girlfriend. I went and talked to her, told her, and she like, and the guy was going,
Was he giving you screw face?
Yeah, he was screwing his face like that. I was like, yeah, it's like barking at me. What are you doing with my girlfriend? What are you doing? You know?
I could imagine your face, and you're like,
yeah, I was scared. I was shaking.
Yeah,
you know, like.
Well, did she agree to do it in the end?
No. He
You
thought I was weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know something, they didn't deserve to be captured forever by your lens. You know what I mean? It's like, screw them. So how many people have you successfully managed to photograph for the Stranger Project?
So it was leading about 500 to leading 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you've got it's on Instagram, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's on stranger.project.
Well, before you even say anything, mate, you're going to drop the link in the comments later on. So, is there anything that the people watching, the group, the members, the followers, is there anything that we can do to support you right now, sir?
Just support me, help me, because I'm still struggling a bit. Yeah, I'm still struggling because I know that we're in this COVID and things like that. I am getting work.
Yeah.
But not as much. And how I'm working is, there's this guy, he's a Christian, he goes to the same church, but he's in Sheffield.
Yeah.
And what he does is send the videos to me. Yeah. I edit them and then send them back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hold that thought. How did that come about? Did he ask you if you could do it, or did he just know you could do it?
No, so basically I met him when I was doing my Stranger Project.
Yeah. I
went up to him, introduced myself, told him what I was doing. He said, I'm not photogenic. And then we started talking for ages. And what I found out, we became friends.
Yeah. 6
years went by, and we had our arguments, and I blocked him 3 times.
What? That sounds like a really good friend, man. He's made you that angry. He's like, block.
Yeah. And then I came back and he says, Jason, I can use you, you know, can you do videos? And I had to like tell him, yeah, I do. Can you do them properly? Yeah, I can do it, yeah. And I said, I was doing it for him for free. And I said, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
No, listen. I said, wait a minute. I was doing it for free because I was in the lockdown. And I wasn't really, you know, getting many, I was okay at the time.
Yeah.
And then things started to open up for me. And I said, you have to pay.
you have to pay. You're so polite. you have to pay. It's like I just love it. You have to pay. I imagine there was a now at the end of that as well. You have to pay me
so
now.
It never came back to me till later on. I said, okay, I'll pay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And are these short videos, long videos?
They are short videos, and sometimes they can be 25 minutes long.
And are you advertising this service to anybody else? I know what your answer's going to be. I know what you're going to say.
No, I haven't. It's just
that. Get your head, man, and twist it, man. Listen. If you're doing it and you're getting paid for it, tell other people about it so they can ask you to do it as well.
Okay.
Which is why I said hold that thought.
So basically, do I advertise what I'm doing with this guy?
Just say you do. Just say. Talk about the fact that you do video editing for short to medium length videos.
Okay.
And don't put a price. Just let people approach you.
Okay.
If there's any videos of your own copyright free that you've edited,
I can actually show.
Then you can use those as a bit of a portfolio. Obviously, the kind of videos I could do. But mate, if you don't tell people about it, guess what? They ain't going to ask you.
Yeah, but
going to ask you.
But what I've done now, I've signed up to Vimeo.
Oh yeah, same here.
I'll put all my videos on it now,
same
so
here.
people can see my work.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm there for 3 years now, so.
Fantastic, fantastic. But honestly, mate, you know, just make it, do a post, have it pinned, video editing available, videos from X to Y. Obviously, you'll know the specification that you want them to send it in and the format. And mate, just go for it. It's one of those, you know, if you sell eggs, you don't tell people you sell eggs. They ain't going to buy eggs from you, are they? It's like, so, yeah, yes, we're going to support you. What I would like you to do later on is get all your links. I want you to drop them in the comments of this video. So somebody who wants to connect with you, follow you, see what you're about, it's all there for them in black and white.
Yeah, but and also, I know that you saw me going back and forward like this. I was actually promoting you on this, so.
Oh, thank you. I noticed there was quite a few shares. Actually, I was thinking, who shared that post so many times? It's like,
there's loads more I could just go and do if I wanted to.
1,400 reach, and the video didn't even go live yesterday. It's like, right, I'm just going to check the comments one more time before we wrap things up, sir. But what I will say, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. To be fair, I was thinking about interviewing you last year and never got around to asking you. I do actually think though that you were ducking me a few times when I don't know if you kind of I don't know if you kind of guessed what was coming next. I know what you're like, man.
because I'm on this group called Snag.
Yeah.
And I told them about it. I told everything, and I said, "Oh, Jason's like, God is blessing this guy, man. You know, he's on this platform. You know." And I said that I'm not going to stop talking about God because God is being the forerunner of this business. And absolutely. He's helped me, knocked on so many doors. I dealt with 4 people who mashed me up, who took advantage of me.
Right.
Yeah, they actually said, yeah, we got a studio for you, but not paying me. You know, no, they didn't pay me. But there's two clients that paid me, but they did take advantage of me as well.
Right. Yeah. And I suppose, you know, and this is where, you know, utilize the people around you, you know, ask questions of your confidence, you know, people who, you know, right, they're going to just tell me the truth, whether I like to hear it or not. And just get that second opinion. You know, if you feel that someone is taking the mickey, just get a second opinion, man. Get a second opinion, because at the end of the day, you know, you're a good guy, and unfortunately in this world, you know, nice people do sometimes fall foul of vampires. I call them vampires because the vampires looking to see what they can suck out of you without giving anything back. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely fantastic. Well, I was going to check these comments and let's see. I think there's been a few more coming. You got a fan club, you know, brother. you got a fan club.
Oh boy, it's crazy. Still there. He's gone.
Go and ask what happened then. My computer just died. It just froze on me, man. I can't believe that. It's done it a few times, actually. I think it's telling me that it wants to be sold.
Yeah.
It's completely, absolutely froze. Clement, thank you very much for your beautiful words. Great interview, Nigel. You made the interview fun and relaxing. That's how I roll. How come my face isn't on there? Oh, video. Yeah, that's how I roll. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be relaxing, because the people who we are speaking to, we want them to just be natural and say what needs to be said. So we'll wrap up now, Jason.
Okay.
Are you free for 5 minutes afterwards? I'll give you a call.
I'm free.
So I'm going to have to do a hard reset on my computer. I can't believe it just froze, man. In fact, I can't even take a picture of it. But people, thank you so much for joining us today. If you are watching this on replay, please put #replay. I am going to give all of you a gift who've watched this on hashtag replay. The gift is being created this weekend, so it should be going out to all of you who've done hashtag replay for every video this year. And a fantastic day, people. Thank you so much for joining us. Jason, you've been a legend, man.
Okay.
Absolutely legend. Seriously, man, you've done yourself proud.
Yeah.
And people, the next interview, and I can't even check, is next Tuesday. I'm not even sure who it's with, but it's going to be a good one. So we shall catch up with you later. Take care, peeps. And Jason, I'm going to give you a call within the next 30 seconds.
Okay, then.
You're going to have to end the meeting, mate, because I've had to log in on you. Because my computer's killed me, man.
Wow.
I shall see you on the other side. People, have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Boo!